Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Trivia Night on yet another beautiful, beautiful Monday, February 16th, 2026, where, folks, as always, we have $50 whole on the line tonight. That's right, that sweet, sweet cash. And if you're fired up, I already see some people in chat saying it. Give me some TGIMs. Let me get those TGIMs in chat, folks. It gets me fired up. There we go. We got Jerem. We got Ryan Allen. We got Charlie in the box. Robin in there, too. Folks, how we doing today? Connor in the chat, giving me that TGIM. Dangus. We got everybody in here tonight. We love to see it. More than full. Folks, how was your Monday? Do we got any corporate folks in here? Anybody had the day off? Y'all have a good day off, I hope. Scotty Piff. Caroline. Yeah, did anybody have the day off? I hope you did. I don't know, because everybody gets the day off, right? Or how about all the working boys? Did you guys get the day off? Folks, also, I have some news. Charlie was working. Dangus was working. All the working boys. Sorry about all the coughing. Gotta clear my throat. Drink some water. Gary P negative. People need the beer. Folks, last week you voted. You said I wasn't dark enough. I got a little bit darker. I went for the double spritz. Honestly, it still doesn't even look bad. Maybe I look a little bit orangish. But overall, not bad. Yeah, I think this is as dark as we can get. Never not working. Germ's out straight constantly. Let me pull up my quiz for y'all. And everyone, if there's anybody new here, we are on Kahoot. I put in the title this time. So if you haven't already, give it a download. Makes it easier on you. On yourself. Let's see. How do I like this week? Always got to do my double checks here. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to feel about this week. We'll just have to wait and see. I never know. Jackson in the chat. Andy J, you double dipped yourself. Went for the little double dip this week. But folks, I have some news. I'm traveling tomorrow. And before you get worried, I am traveling for over a week. Okay? But I'm going to try my best to push through and get to next week's trivia done as well, even though I'm going to be out and about in the world. Okay? I'm going to Hawaii, believe it or not. Doing a little bit of traveling. But I'm going to do some test streams. I'm going to bring my... Jesse's asking where we're going. We're going to Hawaii. Can you believe it? My right palm is much wider than my left. Oh, it kind of is. Oh, right after the spray, I'll tell you, it was crazy. Trivia's going on tour. Well, folks, I just made a lobby if you want to hop in. while we chit chat a little bit. Let some folks make their way in. And don't worry, folks, I will shrink myself. Shrinking. And I will move myself. To about right there. But yeah, I'm flying to freaking Hawaii. Vern goes airborne. Matty P in the chat. Scotty Piff. Jesse is so fun. That's exciting, Dangus says. Hold on, let me throw this in chat real quick. Paste. 973 3287. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go live. Potato Taco. I'm gonna do a couple of test streams beforehand, so hopefully we can like iron out any kinks that I have while we're out there. Some Pig Fig, SD, Beans, Garrett Jean, Jeff, Winky Face, Cassall, Salina, CJ, La Fufu, Red Flea, Swims with Loons, Dope Blowin', Polly Black, Blue Crab, Rob Clar, Dangus, Ball, Icker, G-Pack, Tippy Toe, More Than Full, Gary P, Jern, Staz, Mike C, Charlie in the Box, Papa P, 80s Pop Girl, Steez, Louise, Ren Allen, Jody, Emma J, Reggie, that's the name of my tech guy. He's always out there making sure all productions go well. Isn't that right, Reggie? Yeah. Yeah, you said he's doing good out there. Francois. What are we thinking tonight, folks? Who's getting that big win tonight? Will we have a new champion tonight? 43 people in here. Folks, y'all been going crazy with the trivia lately. Y'all been coming in hot and heavy. I love to see it. Tonight's winner back at it. I know they were here last week. They're coming to get it. Jesse, Mav's grandpa, Safety, Gary P back at the top, Ollie Cat. Who else did I miss? Emma J.A. Mad Dog. Who else we miss? Who'd we miss? 43 folks in here tonight. 44. Andy J2 make that 40. Oh, we lost one. But yeah, folks, what do we think? How's the tan looking? And well, so Cassell was telling me you will tan right through. You will tan right through a spray tan, so we don't need to worry about tanning it up during vacay. Butters in the chat. Live. Not in the chat. In the Kahoot. G Money getting back in. It's perfect for Hawaii. I know I haven't flown probably 9 years or so. Damn near a decade. I haven't been into the skies. So hopefully it goes well. Also, I don't have a real ID. But I think it's fairly simple. They just make you pay more money or something. What are you doing? I got a friend who lives out there. And streaming. I will try to stream a couple times. Spray tan before vacation is hilarious. No real ID, you're cooked. Don't worry, Mike. I will get there nice and early. G Money needs to lock in and get the podium. We have a friend who lives out there, and they're probably going to be moving out of there soon. So they're like, if you're going to visit, now's the time. Bring the passport. That's the thing. I don't have a passport either. 45 people in here. 46. I think we're about ready to rip, y'all. We'll let a couple stragglers get in. You should be fine. You can upgrade your ID. It costs like $3. Make sure you bring everything you need, or they'll send you away. They better not. I know. I'll make sure I bring lots of papers, lots of paperwork. 46 looking like the number, y'all. Is that the number? 47. I think we're about ready to rip. Make that 48. Stream health. Are we looking good on the stream health? Always double check. Yes. All right, y'all. Shall we pause the tunes? Pausing. Give a little Valium on the Kahoot tunes. All right, everyone. Are you ready? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some reactions. Do I have reactions off? Nope, reactions are on. Throw me those thumbs up if you're ready to rip. There we go. That's what we like to see. All right, everybody. Dangus makes it 49. Getting back in. Mike C as well. A nice full lobby tonight. We love to see it. Will tonight's winner pull it off tonight? All right, everyone. Are you live? Make sure you're live. You are? All right, make sure you're locked in. You are? All right, let's get it. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's get it. Trivia night, February 16, 2026. Starts with a sports question. This professional sports team name comes from the Gold Rush. The Yankees, the Suns, the Trailblazers, or the 49ers. This professional sports team... I'm going to turn down the volume on this, I think. It comes from the Gold Rush. Which of these sports teams? The Yankees, Suns, Trailblazers, or 49ers? All right. Y'all we're ready for that one. The 49ers, back in 1849, the peak of the Gold Rush. Piffin was coming in hot with a 902, Francois with a 900, Beans with an 892, Paulie Black 890, Red Fleece 889. Holy. Y'all came to play tonight. The 49ers had one of my all-time favorite players, the greatest tight end of all time, Vernon Davis. All right, and I will not hear otherwise. One of the most freakish athletes, I can say at least. He was a great tight end. Perhaps not the best of all time, but certainly my favorite. Vernon Davis. Great guy. He ran a 4.33 40-yard dash. He benched 38 reps, I believe, on the 225 bench. He had a 42-inch vertical or something like that. The guy was crazy. And he weighed 260, by the way. But let's move on and let's get another question. About, if Bitcoin is digital gold, this crypto is seen as digital silver. Ethereum, XRP, Avalanche, or Solana? Bitcoin, y'all into cryptos? Y'all got your crypto wallets all ready to rip? Now might be the time to buy. Everything's down, I think. Okay, y'all got it. The number 2 of the a blue chip stock, you could say, still in the crypto world, but Ethereum, it kind of plays second fiddle to Bitcoin, but still a good coin, you could say. Oh, snap. Safety, VP, Castle. Tight race. Mike C grabbing 19 spots. Folks, do you want to hear a heartbreaking tale real quick? The year 2016. Summertime. Bitcoin price, $600. I was either going to buy one Bitcoin or I was going to buy some gold and silver. I bought gold and silver. And that's the end of my sad tale. Now, of course, I wouldn't have held it until it skyrocketed. I probably would have sold it when it hit $1,000. But it's still sad to think about. But let's move on to another question. Please. My mouse dying? The 22nd Amendment of the U.S. Constitution was caused by which president? Franklin Pierce, Ulysses S. Grant, Franklin Roosevelt, or Ronald Reagan? The 22nd Amendment. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it's about? And do you know why it was implemented? Which president was the catalyst for it to be implemented? Franklin Pierce, Ulysses, Franklin Roosevelt, or Ronald Reagan? It was FDR. The Republicans at the time, they're like, we're sick of you frickin' Franklin Delano. You're winning all these damn elections. You can only do 2 terms now. Because, of course, Franklin, he won 4 terms. He didn't get to finish out, I don't believe, his last term because of his health issues. I believe, did he pass away? No, I don't know. Did he pass away in office? I can't remember. Whoa, no, holy Black Butters, Red Fleece VP, and Charlie in the Box. Whole new leaderboard after that one. And something, you may see this picture float around a lot, and they'll say, oh, young FDR. But this is actually FDR Jr., if you didn't know. But handsome fella nonetheless. This was his son, who was alive until, I think, the late 80s. I think he got into politics himself, but handsome young man, FDR Jr. But let's keep it moving with another question. Jimmy Kimmel has a long-running bit with this actor. Leo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Meryl Streep, or Denzel Washington? Do y'all watch any late-night television? Or do you know the lore? Seems like you do. Y'all are answering quick. Jimmy Kimmel, he has a long-running bit. A joke, if you will. With Matt Damon. They always run too late. They can never have him on. They never have enough time. They started a feud. Blood enemies. Fully Black on fire. Red Fleece right on his tail. VP, some pig fig gets on the leaderboard. Butters only 10 points behind the 4th place spot. 4 points between 3rd and 4th. Fully Black, 4 in a row. And of course, behind the scenes, I assume they're great friends, but it's a funny bit. But Jimmy Kimmel, is he done? I think he's off the air, or next year is he off the air? Did he get his show shut down? One of them did. It was either him or I can't remember. I think it was him. Of course, a Boston boy. Is Kimmel a Boston boy? I know Jimmy Fallon's a Boston boy as well, but I don't know about Kimmel. But let's keep it moving with this next question. Archie is the lead protagonist in this teen drama and is actually based on a comic. Pretty Little Liars, Riverdale, Euphoria, or Community? Colbert, he's the one. Okay, Colbert's show is done soon. Archie is the lead protagonist in this teen drama, though. And it's actually based on a comic. Pretty Little Liars, Riverdale, Euphoria, or Community? Oh, what the hell? How do y'all know about Riverdale? I'll be honest, I was a big fan of Riverdale. The first couple seasons, I watched it. It was great. It got crazy and off the rails later on, but initially, it was actually not a bad show. How quick were y'all? And, oh, man. Wait, how VP was quick with the trigger on that one. Charlie in the Box gets number 2 right now. Polly Black drops to 3rd. Butters and some pig fig. All right, see, folks, being quick is important. The quicker you are, the more points you get. And it's got one of the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody guys in it. His name is Baghead in the show, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I guess it's based on like a 1930s comic or something crazy. And they turn it into this teen drama. Kind of funny. But we can't dilly-dally. Let's get another question. Actor James Van Der Beek recently passed away. He was most famous for One Tree Hill, 90210, Dawson's Creek, or Gilmore Girls. Archie's comic. Jughead, not Baghead. Francois corrected me. That's right. But James Van Der Beek, do you know who he is and what he was famous for? Was it One Tree Hill, 90210, Dawson's Creek, or Gilmore Girls? Okay, you guys know your teen dramas. Which is good news. We got some more questions coming up. But it is Dawson's Creek. One of the classics of the late 90s. Oh, Charlie in the Box grabs the number 1 spot. Tippy toe, shooting up to third place. VP in second. Butters and Paulie Black still hanging on. But folks, is that not crazy? He just died. It was like last week or something, or 2 weeks ago. I think he was in his 40s, and he got the colon cancer. Got him, believe it or not. Same as Chadwick Boseman. Freaking sad stuff. 46, if I remember correct, or it was under 50. Because I guess there's like an alarming, potentially an alarming uptick in colon cancer below the age of 50. Because I think they say 50 is when you got to go get your colonoscopy. But sad stuff. But let's keep it moving. Hopefully on to a brighter question. I can't remember. This music artist famously got their start on the show Degrassi. Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, or Drake? We got a lot of teen drama questions today, folks. You guys seem to know this one. Remember, you got to be quick, though. Okay, most of y'all knew it. It was Drake. It was not Carpenter, Bieber, or Taylor Swift. What'd that do to the leaderboards? VP takes the number 1 spot. Tippy Toe Butters. Charlie in the Box drops to 4th place. Gary P gets onto the leaderboard. Look out. He's looking for the back-to-back. 3 participants on a 3-answer streak. Tight race. 120 points right now from 1st to 5th. Look, I'm telling you, the speed, you got to be quick. Make sure you're live, by the way. If you didn't know, this was young Drake. I never saw the show. I didn't even know about the show. I just always knew he was on some show like this. And he was in a wheelchair. I think he got shot. Got shot in the spinal. Became paralyzed. Had to run the wheelchair. But let's see if we continue with the teen dramas with this next question. We may. You Had Me at Hello. Jerry Maguire, The Notebook, Sleepless in Seattle, or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. You Had Me at Hello. What is this from? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Sleepless in Seattle, The Notebook, or Jerry Maguire? Ooh, it's Jerry, folks. And Jerry Maguire. He says, you complete me. She says, shut up. Shut up. You had me at hello. What's her name? Is it Brianna Zellweger? Is that her name? Leave Charlie in the Box goes roaring back to the number 1 spot. Paulie Black getting 2nd place. Some Pig Fake, 80s Pop Girl, and Beans gets on the leaderboard. Yeah, what's her? It's Brianna Zellweger. That's her name, right? I believe. And good old Tommy Cruise. A classic. Show me the money. And I'll be showing the money to number 1 spot, hopefully. But we'll keep moving with this next question, which is Galentine's Day. Parks and Recreation, Entourage, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or New Girl? Galentine's Day just passed this weekend. But which of these invented it? Parks and Rec, Entourage, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or New Girl? Ooh, split decision here, but it goes to Parks and Rec. Leslie Knope, the legendary Leslie Knope, the inventor of Galentine's Day. Oh, snap, tippy toe. Andy J gets on the road. Paulie Black stays in it. Some Pig Fig. 11 places for more than full. Man, what do we got? We got about 1,000 points at the moment from 1st to 5th. The lovely Leslie Knope taking out all her gals on Galentine's Day. I was a big Parks and Rec guy. First, my sister Lauren, she showed me, and I loved it because she was a big Office fan as well. honestly, don't sue me. Don't crucify me. But I'm Parks and Rec over The Office. I know it's the second one. You know, it's the child of The Office, basically. Cassol says nope. I don't know if she's referring to Leslie Nope or if she's referring to me saying, you shut up about that being better than The Office. But Cassie, make sure you're live and locked in. The Office is better. All right, let's get another question. Vincent Valentine is a character from what video game? Final Fantasy, Red Dead Redemption, Far Cry, or Assassin's Creed? Do y'all know your video games at all? Speaking of Valentine's Day, hopefully everyone had a lovely Valentine's Day with their significant other. Ooh, that's tough. This one was a little bit hard, I guess, because it's not like a Final Fantasy is a popular game, but I don't know if Vincent Valentine is the most popular character. He was one of my favorite characters as a young lad because his name started with V. Oh, snap. We got Red Fleece, Francois, Scotty Piff, and Tippy Toe. LaFufu grabbing 9 spots. Closing the gap here on Charlie in the Box. This is the character himself, Vincent Valentine. This is of course from the remake. It was Final Fantasy VII, which came out in the late 90s. So the initial character looked nothing like this, but they did a remake of it because it was a fan favorite. I used to watch my brothers play it when we were young, and I loved watching it. I like video games. I game a little bit, but I always enjoyed watching more, as weird as that sounds. Probably just because I had older brothers who were a lot better. Kept lagging, someone says. Luke Rapp says. Oh, it's not on my end. We're looking good on stream health here. But folks, lock in now. Make sure you're live. If anybody did lag, we don't want you losing any points. All right. All right, let's go. Let's get another question. What flag is this? A weekly special. Algeria, Croatia, Madagascar, or Portugal? Where's this flag from? I'll be honest, I personally don't know flags very well. So, for anybody who does get these wrong each week, do not feel bad about yourself. I don't know flags very well myself. But it is Madagascar. It has similar colors to Portugal. I believe Croatia is actually red, white, and blue. Algeria, I can't remember what theirs is. Fuck the flags, Francois says. I still have to switch out the flags back here for you, Francois. I never swapped them out. Agreed. Fuck the flags. Well, hey, it's something you guys can rely on every week. You can study. You can study them up. Make sure you know them all. Memorize every single flag, and then you can get at least one right every week. Thumbs down from Francois. Oh, snap. Red Fleece takes the spot narrowly from Charlie in the Box. 80s Pop Girl, Paulie, Black, Some Pig Fig. 12 places for Rob Clark. Where are the housewife questions? One week we'll have to do a full reality TV week. I don't have time to study 180 flags, Charlie in the Box says. I'm not really a fan of the flags, but you have to. But you have to. But you have to have it, Andy J says. It's only one question a week, folks. You know, you gotta give some to the geography people, which I believe the next questions are about that as well. But Madagascar, I don't know if anybody's been. I'd love to go. Baobab trees, they're like the coolest tree in the world, I feel like. I wish these grew in America. So we go get an eye on them. Be kind of sick. Scope them out. Freaking cool looking trees. And of course, the home of the ringtail lemur that we all know and love. But let's keep going with this next question. Name this country. Weird broccoli, Andy J says. Is this Andorra, Nepal, Ecuador, or South Africa? What is this country? Can you name this country, y'all? Andorra, Nepal, Ecuador, or South Africa? It is South Africa. I hate geography, Charlie in the Box says. Don't worry, I think we're almost out of the geography portion. But that is South Africa. Oh, no, Charlie, you're coming back. I know you're going to be coming back. Don't worry. Red Fleece takes the number one spot at the moment. 80s Pop Girl, Polly Black, Some Pig Fig, and Beans rounding it out. Ball Icker, 14 spots on that one. But something I've always thought about South Africa is Cape Town, which I believe is the capital, right? Cape Town and Rio de Janeiro. Those are probably the two coolest locations for a city in the world, I feel like, in my opinion. They just look so interesting. Like, to just have major metropolitan places with a backdrop of a mountain and right on the ocean. Just seems like such a cool location. Kind of interesting. But let's keep it moving. Let's grab another. What animal is this? Now we're on to animals. Is this a porcupine, a slow loris, an echidna, or an ai? What is the name of this creature? What do you call it? You call it a porcupine, a slow loris, an echidna, or an ai? You got it. It is an echidna. These are a slow loris and an ai. They're both real creatures as well. An ai is like a freaky looking lemur, and actually so is a slow loris, and y'all know what a porcupine is. But it was not a porcupine. But how do we do? Oh, snap. Okay, Paulie Black grabs a spot from Some Pig Fig by 20 points. 80s Pop Girl Beans. Soup getting 9 spots on that. This is just another crazy creature. This is called a pink fairy armadillo. Can you believe that? This is a real creature. A pink fairy armadillo. Freaking wild looking little creature. I actually don't even know where they're from. But it doesn't matter. Because we're going to move on and get this next question. Are you all ready? Take a minute. Make sure you're live. I don't want anybody lagging. Remember, speed is importante. Muy, muy importante. All right, you're live. Let's go. Name this dish. Burritos, enchiladas, tamales, or flan. What do you call this dish? Are these burritos, enchiladas, tamales, or flan? Or flan? What do you call these? Okay, you guys know your Mexican food. All right, noted. No more questions about Mexican food. But tamales, I like tamales. All right, leaderboard stays the same there. Dope blowing. 4 spots. The tamale, it's the corn. I mean, y'all knew the answer. Corn filled with some meat of some kind. Corn dough. Wrapped in a corn husk. You cook it up. And you eat it up. Some good eating. But yeah, I guess we're over halfway, y'all. We're getting down to the end. Make sure you're live and locked. And let's move on with the next question. Which is, who dis? Is this Coco Chanel, Rita Cola, Giorgio Keefe, or Donatella Versace? Sorry, I don't know where my mind just went. Y'all answered quick, though. Seems like we might know this one. Is it Coco, Frida, Georgia, or Donatella? Okay, you were locked in. That is the famous, illustrious Frida Cola. Why can't I say her last name? Cola. It's not Cola. What? I can't even remember how to say it correct. But you know what I'm talking about. You know who it was. Oh, snap. Ren Allen grabbing on a 3-answer streak. Okay, let's go. And of course, she was in. Have any of you all seen Coco? It's one of my favorite animateds. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it, but she's in that film. The Mexican celeb, very famous in it. Well, I think she was in like the mid 1900s was her time period, maybe a little prior. Many of her photos, as you can see here, were self-portraits, known for her surrealism, very interesting way of painting, and of course her famous unibrow, depicted prominently in most of her, or actually every photograph of her, photograph or painting. But she's a legend in the art world. But check out Coco is what I mean to say. And let's move on and get another question. Name this actor. Now we get on to these ones. Is this Tim Robbins, Ben Affleck, Mark Wahlberg, or Matt Damon? Can you name this actor? Is this one a hard one or an easy one? Too easy? Too hard? Y'all are answering pretty quickly. Is this Tim Robbins, Ben Affleck, Mark Wahlberg, or Matt Damon? Some of y'all got a little tripped up on that one. That's all right. But that was Matt Damon. Oh no, we lose. Charlie in the box gets back on the leaderboard. Still narrow point gap right here. The great Matt Damon himself. I think when they were all young, they looked a lot more similar. This is kind of a young Matt Damon. But Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, even Leo DiCaprio, I think they all talked about how they get confused a lot of the time. But Matt Damon, one of my all-time favorites, Good Will Hunting. An absolute phenomenal movie. I'm sure you've all seen it, but if you haven't, check that one out as well. An all-time great. Could be one of the best. Perhaps the best. I don't know. But let's keep moving and get another question. Another who is it, by the way? Who dat? Is this Megan Fox? Is this Jen Aniston? Is this Jessica Biel? Or is this Elizabeth Banks? Who is this woman? Can you recognize? Is this Megan Fox, Jen Aniston, Jessica Biel, or Elizabeth Banks? Ooh, that was a little tougher than I thought. Elizabeth Banks does look very similar to Jessica Biel. So that one was kind of sneaky of me to put. But that is the beautiful Jessica Biel. Oh, snap. Charlie in the box comes shooting up, tippy toe, getting on the leaderboard. Paulie Black, Red Fleece, maintaining first and second at the moment. Some Pig Fig in fourth. Scotty Piffen confused. Dangus making a comeback with 3 in a row. But Jessica Biel, beautiful woman. What was that one with her and Adam Sandler? That was a funny one. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. That was a pretty funny one. She had a good role in that one as the lawyer who was defending them for being gay, even though they weren't gay. They were lying. But, folks, we're getting down to the end here, okay? So make sure you're locked. We're going a little quick tonight. But let's keep it moving and get another question. Which of these wheel punishments has Vernon not had to do? 100 burpees, 2 shots of vinegar, Bohemian Rhapsody karaoke, or wax leg? Vernon, the extremely famous YouTuber. Which of these punishments from the wheel of punishments has he not had to do? 100 burpees, 2 shots of vinegar, Bohemian Rhapsody, or wax leg? And it is wax leg. All the OGs all have seen many of these. Of course, last week we did the karaoke. But wax leg, I have not had to do that one yet, luckily. 100 burpees, that was actually quite a while ago, probably 3 or 4 months ago we did that one. Probably the worst out of these is the 2 shots of vinegar. I hated that one. But how'd that do on the leaderboard? Oh, snap. Tippy Toe comes shooting up to the second place spot. Some Pig Fig, Andy J, Paulie Black dropping to the 5th place spot at the moment. Tough round. 6 participants lost their 4-answer streak. 100 burpees was the first one, I think, Danga says. I think the bees. I think throwing the rock at the beehive was the very first one. And let me just take a minute and say thank you, everyone. After doing a stupid question about myself, thank you so much, everybody, each week. I don't know, I try to say as much as I can, but I really appreciate y'all coming by, subscribing, watching all my stupid lives that I do, making videos and doing all that. Y'all are the best, all right? And don't you ever forget it. You hear me? But now we're getting down to the real deal ending here. I was doing okay, Charlie in the Fox says. Hey, lock back in, brother. I know you got this. Well, let's get another one. Make sure you're live. I got getting all the heart reactions. I'd love to see it. But let's check out this next question. Ford's El Camino, Ranchero, Caballero, Gringo, or Galaxy? The famous El Camino, but the Ford version. Which one was it? Was it the Ranchero, the Caballero, the Gringo, or the Galaxy? The El Camino, my favorite vehicle of all time. And it is the Ranchero. Y'all got it. The Caballero was the GMC version. The Gringo is just a white person who's not Hispanic. And Galaxy was a Ford vehicle, but not a truck car. Not a car truck. But how did we do on the leaderboard? Okay. We lost somebody. Charlie in the box gets back on the leaderboard. Polly Black, Andy J, Tippy Toe. We get some claps going in the reactions. Potato Taco on 3 in a row. Red Fleece locked in. The Rancho, it had a much shorter production time. I love seeing the reactions. But the Ranchero, this one's like a late 60s version. They never made it. The 80s El Camino is the greatest El Camino of all time, the G-body, if you didn't know. But I think the Ranchero ended in the early 70s, maybe mid-70s. But, folks, make sure you're live and locked in. I think we're on our last question here. You ready? Remember, top 5, you guys get on. At the end of the month, you guys get put on the wheel. You guys get put on a wheel. Not a bad wheel, a good wheel for an extra prize. So, lock in. This last question counts. And the question is, what is this symbol? Sagittarius, Cancer, Libra, or Gemini? What is this symbol? Can you name it? Is this Sagittarius, Cancer, Libra, or Gemini? Oof, that was a tough one. We got some Zodiac knowers around. I'm personally not a Zodiac guy, but that was the Libra. The scales. We have one more slide here. All the Zodiac signs here. Folks, I think we may know who won, but who got in the top 5? Y'all want to find out? I certainly do. So let's take a look. For Trivia Night, February 16th, 2026, the third place spot with 12,495 is some pig fig getting on the third place spot. With 12,641 is Tippy Toe. And in first place, running away with 14,294 is Red Fleece. And fourth and fifth was Charlie in the Box and Andy J. Let's go, folks. Cash money. Red Fleece getting that loot tonight. Folks, what'd you all think? How'd you feel tonight? Were you feeling good about it? Feeling bad about it? Nice, Mark. That was close. But yeah, at the end of this month, we're going to be doing, I'm going to do January and February together, but going forward, we're going to do one at the end of each month, 1 month for the top 5 each week. I still have to figure out the prize. I don't know what I'm going to do for a prize, but I'm going to do something. We can think about it together when the time comes. But it was super close, Charlie in the Box says. I like the new leaderboard showing the top 5. But folks, what did y'all think? Did you have a good time this week? We went kind of quick. I was kind of going a little quick this week. I know some people like it when I go quick. I like going a little slower. But, I got to get ready. I got to get ready for the big trip tomorrow. I got to make sure I can get over there, find some good Wi-Fi, make sure I can be ready to stream for y'all next week. Good quiz, more flags. Kato is the one who loves the flags. 4 a.m. comes early. Charlie, he's surprised he finished top 10. Or top 5. 4 a.m. comes early. Honestly, tonight for me, myself, I might not even sleep tonight. My flight's not even that early. But I'm going to leave kind of early. One of the moderators is giving me a ride to the airport. Big time mod. I don't think he's here tonight. We're going to be leaving probably around 6. Thanks for the great night of trivia. Hey, always. Thank you for showing up. But yeah, so this week, folks, we are going to be doing, like I said, I'm going to try to do a couple test streams. You don't need to tune in. You can check them out if you want. See if it's running good. Let me know. Give me some feedback. But next Monday, I'm going to try my best to make sure we get, because we have an unbroken streak since June 2nd, 2025. We have not missed a Monday of trivia. And I would love to keep it that way. So I'm going to try my best, okay? You're not going anywhere with your stock ID. I'll sneak into the luggage compartment. Just says, thanks, Vern. Have fun and safe travels. Thanks, Jesse. And like I said, I'll try. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Also, folks, can you listen to this? The ticket was $550 round trip. That seems pretty good, right? Am I crazy, or does that seem like a really good deal for going to freaking Florida? It's a 12-hour flight. I have a connecting flight. Is that what you call it? I have one it goes to a 6-hour flight to Phoenix, and then 6 hour or almost 7 hours to Hawaii. My controller says not bad. And then on the way back, it's stopping at LAX, and then it's faster when you come back east. It's like an hour less on each flight. Each one there's a little more than 6 hours. Yeah, folks, that we don't have to spin the wheel tonight. Red Fleece is taking that sweet, sweet loot. So I guess it's a quick stream tonight. And then I'll go and I'll make sure I'm ready to rip. I was thinking about maybe trying to make a video. But it's like, when you're small like me, no one really cares about seeing your vacation. Or like seeing what you're doing when you're traveling. Like the videos, people only care about that stuff when you're already big, you know. They don't care what you're doing. So maybe when I'm bigger, I'll do like vlog style videos like that. Although back in the day, it was certainly a lot more popular. But nowadays, I feel like it's if you're not big, it's kind of pointless to make vlog style videos. I probably should spin the wheel for fun with all the extra time. Do a video, Robin says. Maybe I'll do a little filming. I got this camera. Have y'all seen these cameras? They're kind of sick. Watch this. See that? Look at that. Kind of cool, huh? So I'll probably take this. I might have to use this for streaming when we go. Jesse says, I agree. Maybe I'll do a little bit. Especially because this makes it so easy. And like on the phone. Like I have other cameras. Like I have this one. This one's a good vlogging camera. The Canon G7X. This was like the classic. Everyone used this back in the day for the vlogging. And you can do this one in vertical mode too. I just turned it off by accident, but it's got a sweet thing on it. A sweet magnet. But folks, I guess we'll end it there. A really quick stream tonight. I usually like it when we can kind of hang out and do longer streams. And I like dragging it out a little bit, making y'all hang around. But tonight we will call it a little bit early. But we will be locked in for next week. I'm telling you. Okay. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure we can stream. Francois. Trying to convince Germ to go on a vacation. You guys need it. But Germ, hey, you want to talk about busy man, right? That's a busy, busy man right there. Always out there grinding, getting after it. I got to be more like Germ, getting after it. But that's right. Robin knows. Throw some shreds in the chat before y'all go. Give me a little shred, everybody. But like I said earlier, folks, I really do appreciate you guys coming by. It's a time. You guys make my Monday. You are the reason it's the TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. All of y'all. Every one of you. You make my Mondays. You make my week. You hear me? And I'll do everything I can to make yours. I'll keep getting better. Trying my hardest. Just like I said, we're going to the top. We're going straight to the top. You know it's true. I know it's true. It's just how long is it going to take? We'll find out. We're certainly going to find out. And I'll post some stuff when we're flying, maybe tomorrow. But other than that, folks, check in later in the week, and we'll see you next Monday.